Well, I want to make this video to explain what it is like to live off-grid. What to expect if you are planning to go off-grid. There are a lot of myths, different kinds of myths, and mostly these misunderstandings are caused by two reasons: that people think about going off-grid, or one extreme is with their really big 300 square meters bricks and mortar house, or another extreme is going off-grid with a tiny house on wheels. But both of these extremes have their big shortcomings. First, to take so-called regular big house off-grid with electrical boilers and everything, this equipment will cost a fortune, and you probably need a special room for batteries and so on. So people see it's hard and they just give up. With a tiny house, it's really easy. The equipment is cheap, but you don't get the living quality you expect, and especially if you have a family, living in a tiny house with a family is not something many people want to do. When I went off-grid, first I lived in a tiny house. Then my family grew. I built a bigger house, an A-frame, very happy with the decision, and slightly increased my solar system. The best suggestion I can give is make your plan. When designing off-grid systems for the house, you have to start from the consumption, and that's most important. If you want to keep your big dryer and washer, well, then you need more panels, more batteries. And definitely there are some constraints. For example, I don't have electric water kettle. I can't have it. I could, but then I should invest more into the batteries and so on, just to have a cup of coffee quickly with an electric water kettle. Makes no sense. So start planning from the consumption. Think, what do you really need? What are the things in your life you are quite happy to depart with, like this electric water kettle in my case. If you know that, all right, I need, 4 rooms to be lit up with the LEDs. I need my dishwasher, I need my espresso machine, my TV. You get the consumption, and then a specialist can design a system for you. Talking about pros and cons of off-grid living. The pros, the first, no utility bills, big savings. Second, you're independent of the grid, because if you're on grid, you actually depend on grid. So if the power is off, you're in the dark, often in the cold, don't have water, whatever. It's kind of eco-friendly living, less carbon footprint. It's just cool. Talking about downsides, initial investment may be quite big to put down. And second thing, you have to work for the system. Being on grid means that someone is doing that work for you. Someone is maintaining the system so that the power is delivered to your house and water, and wastewater is taken away. You don't need to worry about it, you just pay. With off-grid, you do need to worry about it. And the best advice about off-grid living I've ever heard was, you just have to remember 3 things. That the nights are dark, winters are cold, and water doesn't run uphill. I've been off-grid 4 years now, and I do have a feeling that my children will want to continue this way of life, because for me personally there is not much downsides. I have my heating system based on firewood. My house is situated in the woods. I have plenty of firewood, free, just have to work with it. And I really like low tech, like my stove. I just know I can trust my heating system, because if I bring in a bunch of firewood, put it in the stove and light up, there is not a single chance that it doesn't get warm. It always does. I like it. All these heat pumps and modern systems, of course, they're good. But according to Murphy's laws, they tend to break down on the Christmas Eve. On a Christmas Eve, I make a fire. And even if something should happen with my solar system or backup generator, I can light up a candle, make a nice cup of tea on my wood stove and read a book. Basically the same with water and heating. Living off-grid can have a number of benefits and very little downsides if you do the planning right. If you don't pay so much on utility bills, you have more time and money for your hobbies. I forge knives and I shoot the bow, and I do stuff I like, instead of working on 2 jobs just to pay the bills. Left that life behind 4 years ago.